Lawmakers call for state rep to resign after she claims Constitution protects her from speeding violations. So this is kind of an updated story from a couple weeks ago that we did. Let's see what these
Yeah, I wanna say it's like
people are saying.
2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
We are not above the law, and we should be held to a higher standard.
Republican Kimberly Rice joining Democrats in the call for the removal of fellow Representative Ellen Reed.
I think that she is not up to the standards of being a state representative. I think that by having her resign, we can get someone who is more focused on her district's issues, on their constituents rather than themselves.
Police pulled Reed over twice for speeding after leaving the State House. First in December 2024, where authorities accused her of going 107 miles per hour on I-93. She admits to going 85. And then again last June, they say she was going 92 miles per hour in a 65 zone in Londonderry. Reed is using the state's constitution to defend why she should have been protected in the first place.
She was detained for a substantial period of time, and the officer essentially did not accept the constitutional provision and was not content to essentially file the charge later.
Reed's legal representation arguing that all of this stems from a personal dispute between Reed and Representative Chris Schultz, who sent that letter to the House Speaker yesterday.
One speeding ticket, one contested speeding ticket, and one alleged parking violation, where the only one making the allegation is Chris Schultz? Wow. I mean, this sounds like Salem witch trials to me.
Now, I did reach out to Representative Schultz over these claims about a dispute. I'm still waiting to hear back at this time. For now, we're live here in Concord. Maria Wilson, WMUR.
Okay, so I wouldn't go as far as say Salem witch trials, but yeah, that's definitely a partisan thing. These two lawmakers they showed were Republicans. She was a Democrat. It's like she did not get away with it. You heard in the video there. So like, what's the deal? Are we gonna get people in trouble for doing something that they've already like atoned for? We're doing like political cancellation, double jeopardy here. Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, well, look, like, I mean, it's kind of like openly known that that Ellen Reed does not get along with the House Progressive Caucus membership, of which Chris Schultz is a member. Now, like, I'm gonna put that all aside for a second. That's a Republican right there.
Yeah.
What is she? She's a ghoul. She's literally like the. I get that people might think that I'm like kind of a jackass because I'm like going after the left quite frequently, but the left, I say, I'm going after like just a shade to the left of center most of the time.
Right.
Because I don't think those people do enough to fight back against the absolute demonic, like inhumane, disgusting behavior and beliefs of Republicans. Republicans are my number one enemy. Make no bones about it. But for them to like be interviewing Republicans, like, well, of course a Republican doesn't want her to be in the state house. Like,
yeah,
they don't
like,
want
obviously
any Democrat in the state house. Like,
right.
It's oh wow, water is wet and the sky is blue. Cool. I already knew those things. Thank you. But like there's actually Ellen Reed appeared at like a listening session in my town. And I posted this. If anybody's interested, they can go over to my channel. They can check these videos out. And I asked her and the other two representatives there, neither of which really like my reps did not respond to this question. And I think that's, I always tell people, I'm like, pay attention to what's missing. Ellen did respond to this. And she basically said, like, I left the House Progressive Caucus because the House Progressive Caucus was not progressive enough. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to impugn House Progressive Caucus, although I do have some sort of disagreements with the way that they do things. But based off of what I've seen lately, like publicly speaking, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I I actually think setting aside the fact that Ellen Reed literally broke the law and got a ticket or two for it, which
Right.
is that's real, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, like maybe you know, I don't know what the circumstances of her traveling were, so I don't know how valid it is for her to be able to make the argument that she's, like, able like, I understand there's a
Yeah.
provision for her to not be,
You're
given a
not supposed
ticket
to
or
get pulled
or
over
anything.
on the way to a session, but according to this
Right,
video, at
so, like,
least, she
I
was
don't
driving away from, like, leaving the session, so that's kind
Yeah,
of
or
invalidated.
official business, so there's,
Right.
like, legal fungibility
Yeah.
there, right? And I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not gonna,
But
I'm
if
not gonna
that's
get
the
into
case
that,
and they don't
right?
want
Like,
it to be used, they should get rid of that provision.
Right, exactly, just strike it from the law, dude, like, fuck it, like, I don't understand. So, but that's all, like, that's all sorta neither here nor there, right? Like,
Mhm.
she did a thing, she's getting punished for it within the system that we have that exists to punish that. Now, I have a very cohesive understanding of the idea that the House progressives do not like Ellen Reed. Like, fundamentally, they hate her, right? Like, they just there's personal animosity there. It's a lot
Mhm.
of, like it's a lot of people drama. It's not really it's not necessarily, like, politically motivated, it's, like, personally motivated. And, now, like, I have I have seen actual I do my best to never go on Facebook. I've seen actual comments from the leader of, like, the chair of the House Progressive Caucus saying incredibly, inappropriate things about people, right? Like, I've witnessed this, like, and
Mm.
it's not like it hasn't, unless they deleted the tweets, um, they or the Facebook posts, anybody can go look them up and you can see and you can make a judgment for yourself. I personally wouldn't say those things about people. I don't think it's right to speak about somebody that's even kind of on your side, somebody that you could possibly break ground with over an issue that you mutually care about. I don't really understand the point in digging your heels in super hard over stuff. And again, I think it's personal drama things, but it's frustrating to me to see people utilize like a system and a culture to just like smack down on somebody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why are you doing that? Why would like what how does that help you? Right? How does that bring people together? How does that create a broader sense of unity? How does that create cohesion amongst lawmakers that really need to be cohesive at this particular moment when the libertarians that are running as Republicans that are basically, just broadly conservative in their leaning despite whatever libertarian tendencies they have. Um, a lot of them are anarcho-capitalists, so they're just like, "Oh, yeah, we'll just completely destroy
Yeah.
all of the government stuff, and then
No
we'll have
regulations for
private business and
corporations.
everything," which is right, kinda fucking insane, but, because that's working out so well for the United States right
Oh,
now.
for sure.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, they're organized. They can disagree with each other, they can call each other names, they can say horrible things to each other, and they do all the time, and they still work together. They still set aside all of that, like, interpersonal bullshit to figure out how to actually still trade horses with each other, and, like, the the left is so caught up in their, like, personal, grievances with people that, like, they just feel like everything is feelings based. So
Yeah.
it's not, like, logic based, it's not grounded in a general concept of, like, we have to constantly work with people that we disagree with, even people like, even if you agree on 90% of the issues, I think it was LeMay that I saw say this recently. He was like, "Look, like, you can agree on 90% of the issues, but that 10% that you disagree on is gonna carry a lot of weight. It's gonna have a lot of impact, and this is the byproduct of that." This is how that works. When you have somebody that is a member of the House Progressive Caucus going after a state rep that is a Democratic Socialist, because Ellen Reed is a member of the DSA, that's like that's just leftist infighting, and that this is why we lose, because people can't set their own, like, I feel personally aggrieved by you. Like, they can't set that aside to just address, like, the actual problem, which is Republicans are trying to, I don't know, imprison and kill trans people. They're trying to imprison people on the left for like hundreds, like 100 years.
There's the whole
They're trying to protesters. Like, what are we
T7.
talking about?
Yeah. Like, literally, like, actively, there's, like, actual, like, you know, witch hunts going on here. They just sentenced somebody to, like, 30 to 50 years for moving a box of pamphlets around. It wasn't even at a protest where
Like,
violence happened.
We have such bigger fish to fry right now. Like, we have so much bigger fish to fry right now. Like, this whole, like, "Oh, well, you know, like, I think we can still make time to talk about these little," like, no, we can't. We can't, because whether you like it or not, like, not you specifically, Kyle, but, like, anybody, whether you like it or not, in the United States, time is money. I want everybody to really, like, wrap your head all the way around this concept, right? I don't agree with it, but it's true. It's true because that's the way that, like, thank you, Ben Franklin, for being a fucking jackass and putting that idea in people's heads that that this is how we should consider existing, because it's, like, so deeply ingrained in, like, the American psyche that, like, every minute
The
that
Protestant
passes
work ethic is what they call that.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, so because of that, because that's the mode that power operates on, you cannot operate on anything else. So if time equals money and money equals power, I'm sort of doing a bit of an extrapolation here, then time equals power. And if you are spending your time diminishing the power of your movement by attacking or like denigrating or just like speaking down to people that are ostensibly your ally, you are wasting your power. You are literally, it is shriveling, it is dying. And so this shit, this is a waste of everybody's time. This is a waste of the representatives' time. This is a waste of the constituents' time. If the people in Ellen Reed's district want to vote her in, they want to keep her in, that's up to them. That is not the place of those representatives to kick her out.
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of like it's like a microcosm of what's going on right now with all the Democrats, like, running further to the right because they're scared of being labeled, you know, socialists. It's like, oh dear God, no. It's like we have to defeat, like, the further left flank of our own party, and that before we defeat the further right, you know, the far right or whatever. And it's like, this is not making sense, you guys. You're blowing all your money on fucking primaries instead of saving it up for actually going against Republicans. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's like, look, like, even with the thing that I just described, right? Like, I'm fine with like a group of lawmakers saying, like, we want to kick this lawmaker out because, like, they raped somebody, or like they abused a child, or they murdered someone, like really egregious crimes. But I'm sorry, murder and a speeding ticket aren't even remotely on the same level.
Yeah.
How many of y'all have
look at what people have tolerated in this state alone, like what politicians have done and gotten away with, and, like, you know, I'm pretty sure there's one guy running that's got some pretty egregious shit on his record right now. I forgot what the hell his name was, or to pull
it. More than one. Yeah, there's more than one, dude. There's literal, like, wife beaters that represent entire state house districts.
Right.
Like, as isn't like, and you're talking about expelling a rep over a speeding ticket?
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, just give me a break. Give me a break. That's
these people, like, were so aggrieved.
Woke 1.0 bullshit that I've ever heard in my life. Like, dude, it is 2026. It has been 10 years. Calm the fuck down. Understand that the landscape changed. That strategy lost a while back, it didn't come from Bernie, it came from fucking Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
So, like, let's get this all let's make sure we remember history correctly.